Cartridge Crusaders. Cool. Dash. Start.
We're back on the road. This time we're giving Ohio some love, going to some smaller towns to the south and to the east of us. We're starting out with Finley, Ohio, aka Flag City, USA.
About an hour away. We haven't done too much southward hunting except maybe the Defiance area.
We're a few guys from Ohio and we keep on running into Michigan.
So we're trying to stay Ohio proud.
O-H-I. Fuck it all up. Oh my. I'm really excited for this trip because it's pretty much my first weekend to do something fun. It's been a crazy 2014 so far, and we're not even to February yet.
We got off to a solid start when we found this store called Replays Gameware.
A little bit of a newer store, pretty cool place.
The store manager said they opened up about the middle of last year, and it was a pretty nice store. They had all the bases covered, old to new.
Searched through things, did find a couple deals.
Getting me a couple NES games, Popeye. Sweet. And Sacrificial Lamb for a reproduction game.
Oh, yes, gentlemen.
And I was pretty fortunate to find 3 Dreamcast games I did not yet have in my collection.
Genie's the best thing I've ever eaten in my life, really.
I like these two. I'm going to be picking them up. Soul Reaver, Wacky Races, and Time Stalkers. They all beat the internet prices.
They catch my eye with a bunch of Game Boy games in their glass case. I grab a couple games and I'm going to cash out, and after a minute or so the guy tells me, hey, your card's not working, I've tried it twice now. Maybe it's scratched up or something, it's just not working, so I'm gonna have to figure this out.
It's been a while since I found anything decent in a thrift store, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop going to them. So we come across this Salvation Army. We decide to stop in. We get up to their showcase, and right there I can see Thunder Force 5 for the PS1, just flanked by like other shovelware and sports titles. Sadly, there's no disc inside, but they were nice enough to give it to me for free, and it's still worth something.
So I get my bank on the phone, and come to find out somebody's trying to use my card in Italy.
At this point, Finley, Ohio just really starts to sputter out on us. You're never guaranteed anything on these trips that we go on. We don't know the hot spots, and we don't know the places to avoid. The internet and Google even decided to get a little cute on us when we were looking for Al Rose Pawnbroker.
And it's 11:11.
We're like in a neighborhood, though.
Apparently this house is Al Rose Pawn Shop.
Are you kidding me?
Well, Al Rose's pawn shop is a little too sketch for me, so I guess we'll just go to the next one.
I think Google Maps pulled a quick one on us or something.
When it comes to hunting, it seems to be all or nothing, and right now, it's nothing.
We also wasted a good 45 minutes looking for the store called Gamer. We were like driving back and forth, passing the same stuff, and go figure, it's in the Cervix Center.
We found exactly what you'd find in the Cervix Center. Dick. So we're here at Gamer in Finley, Ohio. It's doesn't look, there's not a lot going on. Didn't really find anything that great, so we're gonna consider this one a bust. We're gonna chalk it up. Finley has not been good to us as far as finding any open stores, so we're gonna head a little bit farther down south and see what we can find. This is not a good omen for the rest of the day. We just hope that we can find something. Scraps, something.
We're going to Tiffin, Ohio now. It's about 30 minutes east, and Tiffin was good to us, mainly thanks to this store we found called Level Up.
Level Up was the saving grace of our trip. Awesome store, ridiculous selection. Granted, your really popular titles that are expensive, that everyone knows are expensive. But if you know what you're looking for, you might find something nice.
I don't know where they get all their games, but they're just like stocked to the max. I think everybody who lives in this town like comes here to trade in their games.
I'm kind of just taken aback by their Sega Genesis box collection. To be honest with you, I've been looking through it for a couple minutes and I just keep getting distracted. Like, I see a game over here, I see a game over here. I really wanted to buy a ton of these, but since my debit card's been canceled, Scott was nice enough to let me borrow some money, and I really just didn't want to be taking up too much of his fundage.
Dude, that is so last episode. Alright, so over at Level Up, I picked up a number of things. We got Journey to Silius, personal recommendation of Desh's. A Wonder Boy game for Master System, Super Wonder Boy, Super Monster Land. I don't even know which one this is, I think it's the original. And then this is a big one, Blazion for the Super Nintendo. I'm not really a big box Super NES guy, but what the heck. And then they gave me a free game, which was so awesome. Buy 3, get 1 free. Super Magnetic Neo for $8, and I want to mention they gave me the free game as this one, not my $5 game. So they are awesome.
So I picked up a couple things there too, just a couple donor cartridges to make something way better than Tecmo NBA basketball. I also got Robin Hood Prince of Thieves. Anytime you find NES games, whether they're uncommon or not, for less than $5 anymore, it seems like amazing. Anything less than $5 that's a common, I'm still going to probably buy it. And then I also got Worm, Journey to the Center of the Earth. It's in pretty perfect condition. This was my big pickup, Carmageddon 64 Complete. One of the few 64 games I've really been after, and I'm so excited that I actually found a complete copy. And then for my free game, another 64 title I've been after, Vigilante 8, which they actually had priced below, what you find by a few dollars, but again, it was my free game. The buy 3, get 1 free is amazing.
I picked up Mega Man 2 on Game Boy. I have 3, but I'm looking for the rest of them on Game Boy. And then picked up Battletoads for Game Boy. Yeah, I have Battletoads on NES, and I was a huge fan of it as a kid. So, yeah, hopefully this is good. Who knows?
Alright, we're excited now. We found some stuff. And to top it off, we're going to another level up. If Level Up 2nd edition is as good as the other location is, I'm excited as hell.
Level Up number 2 definitely lived up to expectations. The staff was all super friendly, nice enough to let us film.
Again, the selection at this store is really, really good. Tons and tons of games everywhere. I could spend hours upon hours in this place.
When we walked in, Scott was slightly hogging the NES section. I basically, in a nice way, told Scott to go pound sand. I baited him by saying Crumb was out rummaging through the Genesis stuff, and I knew that would get him out of my NES area.
Once we get inside there, I'm over with Desh looking at NES stuff. In fact, Desh said something to try to get me to wander off. Meanwhile, Crumb is over in the Sega Genesis stuff. Crumb ends up passing over something that was really nice. We're talking a Blockbuster exclusive, in fact. Never could I imagine I would be getting John Madden Championship Edition for $5. This is one of my biggest scores in a long time.
Yeah, I guess I just didn't see that one in there.
Little did I know, maybe I should have went through the Genesis stuff. I can't believe that Scott got this, you know? I mean, I can understand how this is one that would slip under the radar, but I mean, for a collector, this is the stuff that you know. This is what you look for.
After finding out that I goofed really bad at not picking up that Madden for Sega, I started looking behind the counter area, kind of seeing what kind of box systems were back there. I ended up spotting a really cool NES peripheral that I'd never seen the box of before. The Rollin' Rocker. They were actually trying to figure out how much they wanted to charge for it because they told me when it came in they couldn't find a price on it online, and they're looking again and they couldn't find anything. Finally, after checking for a long time, he finally says, would $20 do it? And I was like, yeah, sure, definitely.
For sure, we're going to be heading back to Level Up before too long. The store is just too awesome.
So we just went into the second Level Up location, got to meet the owner, who was a really cool guy. Picked up a couple more NES titles. Image Fight, I don't know much about it, but these same people made Metal Storm, so it can't be all that bad. Also got a copy of Godzilla. It's so funny that I said there's 3 N64 titles that I'm after. 1 Vigilante 8, Carmageddon 64, and Cruising Exotica for certain prices. I already got 2 out of 3. Well, guess what? Make that 3 out of 3 on the day. Then, actually based off of a recommendation from a fellow Instagrammer, Indy F1 fan Marquise, recommended Formula 1 Race of Champions 2. Looked pretty cool, and I found a boxed copy, so I'm pretty happy about that. It's one I've been looking for. And then also this location obviously has the buy 3 get 1 free as well, and so I got Batman Returns on the NES for a freebie.
I'm continuing with the Game Boy theme today. I had to go with Castlevania Adventure. $4 for that, not too bad. I picked up Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge for Game Boy. First one to come out on Game Boy.
I try to take after Desh, so I'm going to get one of these myself. It was $4, another good deal. Picked up some Nintendo products. Gradius, didn't have that one yet, so I love shmups. Then we got Clash at Demon Head. Really quirky game, it's pretty good though. Vice Project Doom, it's a double. I think I can fix up the label and it's a good price. Yay, Riddick Bow Boxing. Nothing more needs to be said about that. Gradius 3, it was $4. Sky Blazer. You know, I don't know what's gotten into me buying Super Nintendo games, but this one should be pretty fun. And then I picked this one out because Des showed it to me. We call it Wise on our show, okay? It's going to be Wise. Books 1 and 2 for the DS. And then my find of the day, I could not believe I came across this. I passed up this game in Cleveland for like $40, and I've been like kicking myself ever since. But it turns out patience was worth it. Patience is a virtue. We have John Madden Football Championship Edition, 1993. I got it for $5, and this is a Blockbuster exclusive. As you can see, we got it complete right here. CIB rental exclusive. I'm pretty happy about this.
Scott is the man today.
Oh man. I thought I would never see it again after passing it up in Cleveland, but here it is. I gotta admit, like a lot of people out there, I'm guilty of seeing just a rack full of Sega sports cards and passing over them, like thinking that it's just complete junk. But until I got this Madden, I never even stopped to think, okay, well what if there was also a loose John Madden Championship Edition in there? This might end up changing things. I may have to be scooping through piles of crap every time I go to any game store now.
I can honestly say that between both Level Up stores, made this trip totally worthwhile. We're gonna go back regularly. I mean, it's not that far out of the way. I can't say enough good things about it. You know, it's just, this is what this show is all about. Finding places like this that we can go back to, and we know that we're gonna have awesome customer service, and we're gonna find great deals, and we're gonna be able to build our collections.